Hi everyone, this is Kassie and these are the weekly tarot horoscopes for the week of December 20 to December 26. The deck we are using today is the Spacious Tarot, and it's a deck with nature-based illustrations with mystical and cosmic elements. And if you want to check last week's energies and how those energies are being transformed from one week to another, you can click the link above if you want to see how vibes change from one week to another. If you are looking for a personal tarot reading or psychic consultation, you can find me on my website www.cassiekai.com. But let's get on with the predictions. For Aries, we had the Ace of Pentacles last week, and now it's the Ace of Wands. Two aces, one after the other, first the Ace of Pentacles and now the Ace of Wands, can show only one thing, that this is a time you will bring fresh energy into your life. Opportunities will arise, new beginnings will manifest. Since the Ace of Wands is a high energy fire card, expect that there will be an upsurge of energy. You or another around you will get fired up about a project, a relationship, a plan or an idea, and you will also take the first steps to bring it into reality. And if you are wondering about how another is feeling about you, and this combination shows that their feelings are getting more sexual. While with the Ace of Pentacles last week, there must have been a need, a desire to get to know each other better. Now with the Ace of Wands, there will be an increase of interest, more attraction, more passion. Actions and developments are speeding up now because from the passive and slow Ace of Pentacles, we pass to the fiery energy of the Ace of Wands. Expect fast messages, fast developments, communication, and something that will open a new door for you. With the Ace of Wands, the timing is now. So if you've been expecting news, a message, a visit, the wait is over, and this week you will finally get what you want. The Ace of Wands is very good news if you're waiting for a professional matter to be resolved, or if you're looking for a job, and under this energy there is potential to start something new, something you will feel very passionate about. That's why this week, ready or not, don't hesitate, take action and do whatever you need to do. This isn't a card of waiting, it's about thinking on your feet and taking advantage of this intense energy that can actually help you to reach your goals faster. And one thing you need to keep in mind when this card comes up is that it's not about wishing for something to happen or dreaming about it, it's about putting action behind your intention. Because intention is the first stage when an idea or a desire is being formed. But in order to bring something into manifestation, you cannot do it without taking action. This week you will feel a spark that if you nurture it, it will soon become something bigger and stronger, and in the coming weeks you will see your dreams taking shape. For Taurus, we had the Page of Pentacles and now the Queen of Cups. The court cards represent different age levels as well as different levels of maturity, with pages being the most immature and kings being the highest manifestation of their suit. So, as you can imagine, the transition from the Page of Pentacles last week to the Queen of Cups this week basically shows that the situation is progressing, is maturing. The Page of Pentacles shows a need to have something, to take action on the physical plane, to get to know someone better. and in general it's the early stages of a situation. But this week it appears there will be developments, positive developments that will make you feel good, because the Queen of Cups is good vibes and it's also a love card. That means relationships and matters of the heart are especially favored under this energy, and you will experience some very pleasant moments this week. Sexual energies will be intense and you will feel very sensitive, very emotional. A water sign person, Scorpio, Cancer or Pisces, will play a significant role in your life, and there might be a serious conversation with them about the future and the course of a relationship, a conversation you should have had a long time ago, but for one reason or another, that wasn't possible. The combination of these two cards indicates that the level of maturity of the people involved in this relationship isn't the same. And maybe that's where you should try to find the answers you seek as to why a certain person is acting in a way that you don't expect or you don't understand. It appears there's a difference, a contrast, when it comes to how you express your thoughts to each other, and that could lead to misunderstandings. Also, it's possible that matters of monogamy or infidelity will come to the table, and there might be a meeting in order to negotiate or discuss how to resolve an issue involving such matters. There might be a tendency to worry or obsess about a practical matter, as the Page of Pentacles you had last week often points to matters involving money, career, or obstacles we face in everyday life and we want to remove. Since queens represent advanced stages, it's possible that something you are waiting for, like a license, a permission, an important letter, or a message that you've been expecting, will arrive this week, and the female will probably play a crucial role in the completion of this matter. For Gemini, we had the King of Swords and now the Five of Wands. That's a very dynamic and energetic combination. The King of Swords you had last week, which is an air card, a card of the mind that must have brought clarity and understanding, while the Five of Wands, a fire card, will push you to take action this week, or another will take action, because the King of Swords could symbolize a man in your life, probably of an air sign or ascendant, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, who will become more active these days, but maybe also more competitive. The Five of Wands is a card of competition, which means there might be a power struggle in a relationship, and perhaps this person is fighting his feelings, because the Five of Wands does show a struggle, a battle that can be inner or external. So under this energy, there's definitely a risk of fights and arguments, so you want to be a little cautious of how you express your thoughts. So what this person is trying to do is to distance himself from his feelings in order to judge a situation as rationally as possible, because it's clear that he is very conflicted. He's dealing with many different feelings, and all feelings seem to be equally strong, which makes a very complicated situation for him. And there might be other people who are influencing the situation, because the Five of Wands often indicates the presence of other people who are working at cross purposes. So you may have to deal with a rival in love or at work, and there might be disagreements and discord. The Five of Wands is Saturn in Leo, and that means you will feel the need to be disciplined and controlled. And you may not be very willing or open to talk about your plans or ambitions, and that's actually a good thing, because you may find it difficult to get other people's support or approval at this stage. You won't be willing to take risks, or the risks you will take will be quite calculated. Events that happened around end of July or talks that took place around that time may be of special significance these days, or something that started around that time may come to a culmination now. Be prepared that this week there will be different people who will want to take the lead of a situation, they will want different things, and you will have to somehow stand out if you want to have your way. For Cancer, we had the High Priestess and now the Page of Cups. Water energy will continue to be strong around you. You got the High Priestess last week, and this week the Page of Cups. Both cards point to emotions, meaning that you are dealing with some very intense emotional energies these weeks. And the Page of Cups shows a message, a phone call, a visit that will make you feel really good. There might be some unresolved business though, because this combination shows that your level of maturity with the level of maturity of another person are not aligned, with you being much more mature than they are, and for that reason, and because you're a water sign, you will be able to see a situation much more clearly than they can. Pages represent very young people, children, teenagers, or young adults, so it's possible you will be dealing with someone who's very young or who has a very youthful energy, but it could also be that you are involved in a situation that's either in the very early stages of development, or for one reason or another, it's stuck in the very first stages. Two water cards can make a situation very volatile, and that means there will be emotional ups and downs and probably lack of stability, so don't expect the situation to stabilize this week. It's obvious that there are many different stages that cannot be skipped, and a very important step is to understand what you really feel about someone, what you want from a situation. There might be a romantic dream you want to bring into reality, or there might have been a fallout with someone, but if that's the case, expect that this week there will be reconciliation and a more positive situation will manifest. So you may decide to start with a clean slate when it comes to a relationship, to put the past behind you, to put your differences aside and try to connect in a new way, as you are now entering a more positive phase in how you feel primarily, in how you see the future, with more hope and more optimism. And now this page confirms that the universe is opening new doors for you. It's showing you how things can be done in new ways that are more aligned with your vibration. And also, this card reminds you that if you love something or someone, you give them space to be, as love is the opposite of fear, which is resistance. The Page of Cups often suggests an offer, like a job offer or an opportunity that's coming your way. In any case, it's very fresh energy and it foretells that the situation improves and your moods will improve too. For Leo, we had the Two of Swords and now the Two of Cups. The Two of Swords you had last week is a card of hesitation and ambiguity, so maybe you felt very uncertain and indecisive about something, and maybe you even made a temporary agreement that would allow you to sustain a situation for a while without changing it drastically, because it's clear that you were not able to make a very big change, or other people involved were not ready or willing to consider a big change, so you preferred to reach a compromise. But now with the Two of Cups, you will decide to connect with another in a very meaningful way, a way that's deeper and more intimate. Now, that's not necessarily a personal or romantic relationship, because although the Two of Cups is a romance card and it refers mostly to romantic or personal relationships, In some cases, it can describe professional relationships because the Two of Cups indicates partnerships of any kind. But of course, love is particularly favored under this energy, especially if there has been lack of stability or lack in general, and you are longing for something deeper, something that would make you feel the connection with another. Well, this week it appears that you will get the chance to experience love, joy, romance, but also strong sexual energies. The Two of Cups means that you are finally on the same wavelength with another, and you have the same plans, needs, and expectations, and the same vision for the future. So that's a very beneficial energy to use and make plans on how to take the next step in a relationship. The Two of Cups is Venus in Cancer, which means that your empathy and compassion will be heightened, and you will be very sensitive to the feelings of those around you and to your own feelings too, which means that you will often get intuitive impressions, and you should trust your intuition at this stage because it's strong and clear. Also, you will find that others can be more sentimental, more caring, but at the same time more possessive. So if you have a partner who easily gets jealous, or if you are the one who gets jealous easily, prepare that there might be an event or something that will trigger a scene of jealousy. Nothing too serious though. Events that happen between June 21st to July 1st may be of particular interest now, so observe how energies change, and if there has been an important event back then, you may now have a repeat, or you may need to prove that you have learned a lesson. For Virgo, we had the Sun and now the Temperance. The enthusiasm and excitement you must have felt last week will now be a little tempered under the energy of the Temperance, and you will take some time to absorb and take in the news or realizations you had last week, and you may also feel that you need to withdraw and be with yourself for a while to think things through. And it's a good combination to have this, the Sun and the Temperance, because it shows that you have achieved some balance and healing. And healing is a big element with this combination. And because both cards show healing energies around you, whatever you're suffering from, physical or psychological ailments, it appears that you will start feeling much better now, and that also includes addictions, obsessions, attachments. You may feel that an attachment is breaking now, and what wasn't healthy is being removed. The Temperance often depicts an angelic being, and that means you will have divine guidance and signs from your spiritual guides that the universe is looking after you, and that there is protection from unseen forces. You may need some fresh air, as the Temperance is an air card anyway, so go out and connect with nature. It seems that the person who's an air sign, Libra, Gemini or Aquarius, will play a role in your life this week. And if you're wondering about how this person feels, it appears that they have a mixture of feelings, at times negative, at times positive, but they're trying to blend and reconcile those feelings, which means that they have the intention to work on something, be it a relationship or a professional situation. And although their feelings are not fully positive or completely negative, they are willing to look and find middle ground so that you can both have your needs, or at least some of your needs, fulfilled. It's clear that with the energy of the Temperance, you will have to make some compromises, as the situation needs constant adjustments and work to make it right. You need to take things in moderation and avoid extreme reactions or high demands. That's a very big, helpful energy to try and fix problems, and especially problems that are deep, almost karmic, one would say. If there have been intense feelings, an argument, a fight, it's best that you let the dust settle before you push a situation. For Libra, we had the Four of Cups and now it's the Page of Pentacles. The Four of Cups might have made you feel bored or apathetic, but this week it appears that something new will catch your attention. The Page of Pentacles indicates there will be a message, an offer, or news that will urge you to take action. This page often brings news about studies, job opportunities, inheritance, and property matters, so you may have to deal with one or more such issues this week, and if things have been stuck in any of those areas, expect that this week there will be progress and things will start moving forward. A message or a document that has been delayed will finally arrive, and that will trigger a series of events that will probably lead to a positive outcome. It is possible that you will decide to learn something new. It is possible you will decide to learn something new very soon, or you will undergo some sort of training, perhaps as a result of a new job you accepted, or it could be part of preparations for something that will allow you to improve your financial situation. If you have started a new relationship or you just met someone new, this page gives the message that time is needed to get to know each other a little better, so try not to get too attached too soon and try not to have very high expectations straight away. That's because you barely know each other and you need to take things slow. Under this energy, you cannot force or push things to develop prematurely, because that will probably backfire, and instead of you getting what you want, you will probably end up feeling blocked and frustrated. Pages are children in tarot, and that's why they always indicate a certain amount of immaturity, and that could be a person who's being immature or a situation that's in the very early stages of development. So if you're wondering about how another feels about you, their feelings are not mature enough yet, as they may not feel sure and they are slowly learning about you. However, pages always indicate potential, and that means if you put in time, effort, and patience, what you want, personal or professional, will probably grow and develop. This page is about investing in your future in many ways. It's about thinking carefully before you make any serious or long-term commitments. For Scorpio, we had the Page of Wands and this week the Queen of Swords. This week you will have a more serious approach to things. The Page of Wands must have been something that inspired you last week, a very positive and motivational vibe that probably made you go after something that you want, and maybe you did get a positive response too from the universe or from another person. However, the energy of this page isn't necessarily mature or wise, and the situation probably remains still undeveloped. And perhaps passion overruled logic last week, but now you will take a more rational approach and you will probably get more critical too. So perhaps you or another will decide to step back from emotional fervor and you will look for responsible and practical solutions. Comparing the Page of Wands to this Queen, there's a huge difference in maturity. And that means you may be dealing with someone whose level of maturity is much lower than yours. And maybe that person is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So you should consider if the issues you're facing with this person, if any, are because you are not really on the same page and you don't have the same needs, expectations, and your plans for the future are not aligned, or the life stages you're at are considerably different. Now, if you're wondering how another feels about you, It appears that something that was said or was not said is now affecting your connection, and that person is probably taking some distance, or they appear to be more aloof, more detached emotionally. That's because they need to understand the situation better at this stage and expect that within 15 days from now, there will be an honest and open talk that will clear up many of the vague and uncertain points of your connection. There's a need now to practice tough love in a situation, so if another fails to see reason, you should consider adopting a tough-minded attitude that will show them you are planning to do the right thing, and by speaking your mind openly and clearly, you are asserting your personal power. If you feel that another is being less than honest with you, maybe this is a time to start taking some distance from the situation in order to reflect on what has transpired and to formulate your course of action. For Sagittarius, we had the Emperor and now the Four of Wands. Both the Emperor you had last week and the Four of Wands you have now are associated with the number 4, and the number 4 means stability, security, comfort, which means that the situation is getting stable, structured, established in a way that may either make you feel a little too comfortable with life and the security that it provides, or that you are now feeling there's a need for change, especially if you feel that stepping out of your comfort zone is needed at this stage. However, within the vibe of security that these cards foretell, you can accomplish things that cannot be accomplished when you are stressed out or when you feel there's a high risk involved. A joyful energy will be around you this week, and you will surely enjoy success or the completion of a stage or a reward that's coming your way, and others will celebrate with you because of that accomplishment and will join the festive atmosphere. The Four of Wands is Venus in Aries, and Venus had an affair with Mars, who's the ruler of Aries, and that's why expect that love matters will be very intense this week. And if you're single, the Four of Wands means that someone is coming to you. New connections are favored under this energy, and new meetings will be characterized by strong attraction, strong sexual energies. You may meet a new person at a restaurant, at a party, or between friends. And with the Emperor you had last week, it's very possible that they will be a fire sign. In any case, there will be a very strong presence that will immediately catch your eye. But if you are already in a relationship or you are interested in someone, this 4 suggests that you will decide to take another step or enter a new stage in your relationship. The Four of Wands can be about homecomings and welcoming parties, so perhaps you are planning a family gathering or a meeting with friends due to holiday season, and vibes will be very joyful and positive. Also, keep in mind that Venus and Mars had an affair, and that affair was uncovered by Venus's husband in a very unceremonious way. So be very cautious if you have an affair or if you are in a secret relationship, because this week there might be people who have their eyes on you and are suspicious of your moves. So extra caution is needed not to get caught. If you're wondering how another feels about you, this person is feeling very happy, peaceful, and content when you're together, and they are really enjoying your company. For Capricorn, we had the 7 of Wands and now the 10 of Cups. Vibes are changing for you this week, as you must have had 2 rather difficult previous weeks, because you had the 7 of Wands, a card of strong resistance and opposition, and before that, the Death card, but now you get this 10, and that's when things finally start falling into place. And people will start behaving and they will become more supportive, more helpful, And with this 10, you will surely enjoy some very pleasant and joyful moments, especially when it comes to personal or family relationships. This 10 indicates a very successful completion of a stage, and you will come together with people you love, and you will enjoy doing things with them, as that's a card of unity and happiness. You may even decide to take the next step in a relationship finally, and even though the 10 of Cups is associated with marriage, engagement, and generally the more official manifestations of a relationship, it can very well mean that you are making progress in a relationship regardless of whether it's official or not. So if you're wondering how something will progress, under this energy you will feel very happy with how things are. Feelings are getting stronger and relationships in general are improving as you are feeling secure and emotionally fulfilled. There might be a connection with distant relatives or friends this week, and you may receive a letter or a message that will make you feel very happy. You will find that this is a very beneficial week if you want to promote the unity and well-being of your family or of a community or a group you are part of, and it's a rather expansive energy. So if you are thinking of taking something to the next stage, professionally or personally, this is a good week to do so. Events that took place around mid-March may be of particular interest at this stage, or you will be planning something very significant for next March between the 11th and the 20th. And because the 10 of Cups represents Mars in Pisces, and Mars is the planet of action and does not feel very happy in the watery environment of Pisces, it's best that you go with the flow and take a passive approach to situations. This is a week of enjoying the good vibes, of expressing yourself in makes that make you feel happy, but it's not a week of doing and acting. For Aquarius, we had the King of Wands and now the Four of Pentacles. The King of Wands is a very strong presence, something or someone who has a very tight grip on you, and the Four of Pentacles means that you want to keep this thing or this person no matter what, or to maintain a situation at any cost, even if at times you feel that you need to let it go. But under this energy, letting go of something or someone can be extremely difficult, because the Four of Pentacles is the card of possession, and it can manifest as a very controlling, possessive energy, so there might be someone who's trying to control you, as they are trying to hide their insecurities behind power struggles, or maybe you are the one who's trying to control another. And there might be some sort of stability or comfort in it, especially if those are patterns that you are used to repeating, and there's a dynamic that all people involved are familiar with, which can be quite comfortable even if that's not always healthy. So this week you will probably be asked to make a change that you will be very reluctant or unwilling to do, and you will want to hold on to an idea, a hope, a specific outcome you have in mind, and that might even become an obsession in the end. If you are wondering how another is feeling about you, they are probably closed off at the moment, keeping their feelings to themselves, and they don't feel like sharing much. That's because they fear that if they express their feelings, they will lose something they have, their independence, for instance, or something else that's very valuable to them. The Four of Pentacles is about what we value and what we want to keep in our life. If you're dealing with a financial issue, the Four of Pentacles suggests that you should hold on to your money, don't spend at all if possible, don't take any risks. In general, that's a card of reservation. It's not about sharing, not about being exposed in any way. This four is associated astrologically with Mars in Capricorn anyway, and it's about being patient in favor of a big and long-term goal. This week you will want to remain in control of things, and you will try to ensure that things will go your way. Note the dates between 10 and 19 January because they will probably be of a particular interest or significance, and then you should expect developments that will somehow be related to the current happenings or energies. For Pisces, we had the 5 of Wands, and now it's the 5 of Cups. 5s disrupt the balance of force, and you had another 5 last week, the 5 of Wands, while this week you got the 5 of Cups, which means that balance isn't there yet. So perhaps you are struggling with an issue for a while now, and you haven't really found stability or a solution to what's troubling you. And maybe you are going through different emotional phases, through different thoughts. 5s point to some sort of struggle or loss, and also a need to control a situation. So perhaps you fought for something last week, you tried to make something happen, but it didn't go exactly as you planned, and now you're feeling disappointed, or you feel you lost something, or something is missing, and that could be a person whose absence is strongly felt, but you have not seen the end result yet. There are several stages to be experienced before you go to end game. And perhaps events that happened between 12 October and the 1st November may somehow be related to this week or completed, or something that happened back then might be repeated now, and it might require a different approach or a different response. So think about what happened back then, and if you didn't get what you want then, you will probably now have the opportunity to do things differently or to respond differently. Someone may have regrets about the way they treated you, and they may feel guilty too. So don't be surprised if this week you get a direct or indirect apology from someone, especially when you least expect it. The 4 of Cups is Mars in Scorpio, and although Cups in general are passive and slow cards, the energy of this 5 will give you courage, determination, strength to go after whatever goal you want to achieve. But at the same time, expect the sexual energies will be very intense this week, but this vibe will also give you the chance to get in touch and understand your deeper needs, your deeper desires and drives. So don't be surprised if suddenly you realize that someone you felt attracted to does not appear that attractive anymore, or a goal you wanted to achieve does not look as exciting as it did before. This will be a week of transformation and emotions will run deep. However, beware of emotional manipulation, because someone may try to control you emotionally, or you may be the one who tries to control another by using emotional booby traps, so to speak. And that may happen consciously or not, so try to remain very present and very aware of your own actions this week, and you will get a much better understanding of what is going on and why another is acting in a certain way. So these were the weekly tarot scopes for the week of December 20 to December 26. I hope you enjoyed them, and I will see you next week.